Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of TerrafirmaCraft. I am Mr. Envelope. Hello. Welcome back, guys. I'm over here by the crop fields, little crop beds that we have, I guess. Not really fields. Just kind of killing time waiting for them to go. I've still yet to go get the conglomerate mud or sand that I need. I've just been doing a whole lot of cleaning up work around here, around the main base. I did some pathwork over by the horse stables like I had mentioned I might do last episode, so I went ahead and did that, and I think it looks pretty good. A little messy if you look at it from a certain angle, but I think it's gonna look fine. I'll show you guys in a second. The plan is for me to go get conglomerate sand or dirt, you know, in between cuts right now, but I wanted to go ahead and start the episode. I don't want to leave the area right now because we have the sugarcane growing. We planted this last episode. We are in the middle of autumn, so I don't think we have a lot of time for this stuff to fully mature. Right here, this bit is at like 70%, I believe. I don't think we're going to be able to have it grow in time, though. There's like a really small window for us to be able to grow this in this area. So we'll probably end up having to go to the jungle base. Next summer, we'll probably have to try to go plant some over there. But that's okay, because I figure we can plant the sugarcane there and then maybe go on a trek to look for a desert. Because a few episodes ago, I was talking about like getting certain things for the museum. And I had mentioned that, you know, there's a TerrafirmaCraft cactus, but, you know, they don't exist. But it turns out they do exist. And that's just great. And apparently deserts are super rare. So, yeah, we're going to have to at least try to find one. I saw some screenshots that people posted and everything. And in the Discord, people were showing me and telling me how rare they are. I have a really strong feeling we won't be able to find one, but we got to at least try, you know. So we'll probably next summer go to the jungle base, which is closer to the equator, not quite at, and then we're gonna just go to the equator, search around for a desert, hope we somehow get super lucky, and, you know, we'll see what happens. But that's the plan for the sugarcane, and that's the plan for the desert and everything. Let's go ahead and stop doing this. I figured since I'm trying to waste time, though, I would process some of our yarn. I've been shearing the sheeps a whole lot, and I just used all like 5 spindles that I had, and they're all gone. So now we got all this yarn I got to process. We're trying to get some wool cloth to make some carpets for the museum, you know, just for decoration. But man, doing this sucks. It's such a cool animation, and I appreciated it so much when I first learned about it. Like, it is really cool, you know, you put your string on and then you get to weave it. It looks great. I love it, but it's so slow. It's so unrealistic to actually want to make carpets in TerrafirmaCraft. But we'll do it. I can't imagine we're even going to use a whole lot of carpet in the museum, but who knows? Maybe we do. Let's finish this one real quick. There we go. So yeah, the pathwork that I did, it's weird because over here, this path, you know, it's mostly tilled soil, which is what I did in the new area right there. Mostly tilled soil and cobblestone and gravel. But over here, it's mostly tilled soil, gravel, and smooth bricks. Or smooth chert. So, yeah, it's a little different. Went ahead and spiced this up a little bit. You can barely tell. It's still cobblestone mostly over here, but I think that makes sense. You know, this is dirt and gravel. This is more stone because we're actually working here. This is like a workspace that was built. I think when you're walking through this, it looks pretty good. I have it connected up to the little bridge for the subscriber orchard. I think it looks pretty good from here, but when you're up at the house, it's just a whole lot of brown. A lot of brown here. So, I don't really know. I'm thinking maybe we'll even take out the cobblestone here, or the chert cobblestone and, you know, bricks over there in the workstation area. But I don't know what we would change it to, you know? Plus, the roofs are made out of chert bricks, so it's just a lot of brown. I know they're kind of different shades and everything, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think if you have any opinions on that. It's pretty brown. And unfortunately, I had to put down another one of the dogs because they were going for the donkey again. And they got a few hits in, but luckily I stopped it in time. Whoa! What happened there? Uh-oh. Well, that guy just sank into the abyss. Yeah, they went after the donkey again, and I don't know why, so I just put it down. These are the pooches, though, that we grabbed just for the breeding purposes of getting the Max Friendship dogs. So those ones are over here still, and they still love us. They listen. They don't attack the donkeys. We got one over at the food preservation area, and then another one is somewhere. I don't know. They're still alive though. The ones that love us are still alive. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to get this episode started. I'm gonna go get those conglomerate bits off camera. I think I said that. But when we come back, I'm gonna, do some work on the museum. We probably won't do that in the episode together. But what I do want to do is actually kind of odd. I have a plan to make a spot for the pit kilning thing. Where you make clay things, burn them in the ground, and you use whatever you made out of clay. You saw me use it in the beginning, the spindle. I think that was our last one. Yes, that was our last spindle. So the spindle, I don't have any clay here. Oh, we probably got to go get some more clay too. But the spindle, I'm out of clay. All right. That's what we use to get the wool yarn and stuff. We're going to be having to use a whole lot of it. And I realized I don't have a proper space or area designed for pit kilning. I usually just do it right here on the floor, and I don't really want to do that. I think we should have like a proper, area for doing the pottery stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do today. And I know it's like super late in the series. We're on almost episode 100. And we don't have a proper pit kiln area, but it's about time we do that. So that's what we're going to do today. Might do more stuff, not quite sure, but that's the plan. So I'll see you guys in a little bit when we get back. Man, I have no idea where I found that original conglomerate dirt that I had. I am stumped. So I'm over here in this area that I thought might be conglomerate, but turns out is all nice rock. We live not too far. There we go. We live right here. So we're about 4,000 blocks away. Not that big a trek, but it's still pretty out there. I don't think this is, this is a different rock right here. It looks real green. I forget what it's called. That's schist. That's the schist rock right there. So we don't need that. We're looking for conglomerate. I'm sure that if we did keep going west, we would find it eventually, but it's so hard to tell with the snow everywhere, so yeah, I don't want to just like aimlessly go on a huge trek out this way anymore. But aside from that, I think we might actually be okay for a little bit longer. I found a little bit more conglomerate in my storage, so I was able to make a bit more mud brick. And I have that, I think, drying right now or something. It's over by the museum. But for the pit kiln project that I wanted to do, I was thinking about like different designs and stuff on how to set it up. It's going to be real simple. It's nothing like fancy or like it's going to be like a huge build or anything. But I thought it would be cool. Oh, is that some of the schist right there too? I didn't even realize. I thought it would be cool if we use some dolomite and shale mud bricks, because those, here I'll show you in a second, they got this like real dark texture, and I won't really be able to show you until we get back. They got like a real dark texture to them, and I want to use that as like almost a burnt color for bricks and stuff, where we would be doing like pit kilns and stuff. We're gonna go set it up over by where we have our charcoal pits and everything, because I think that makes sense. If we're burning, oh my god, there's so many berry bushes around here. We're burning a bunch of wood, that's kind of by where we harvest the wood, use the wood to fire up the pit kilns. I think that would make sense, so that's where we're going to put that. And we need dolomite and shale mud bricks, so I got a whole bunch of shale sand. I was looking for some, and luckily, well, I found some over there where it says shale. It turns out it was shale, so grabbed a bunch. We're going to be using that. The whole conglomerate trek has just been a big weird mess. I haven't found what I needed, but I'm grabbing other stuff that I think would be useful. Pretty much, got an iron ingot. Oh, and I went to I went to go put some stuff away in my barrel in my backpack, but I grabbed the wrong barrel. The one that I have on my back right now is just full of a bunch of stuff I was cleaning up at the base, so I don't have a whole bunch of inventory space, so I'm pretty much just gonna go home. Also, a pretty lame thing is the sugarcane died. It was like middle of fall still. I saw one of the seeds pop off, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna bounce. So I left on the track. I mean, there's a chance that some of it did grow all the way, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Next summer we're gonna have to go to the jungle base and do work out there, but that's okay. We got more business to do out there. It's not that big a deal. But I'm gonna head back to the base. Just wanted to do a small update. Yeah, I'll see you guys there. Nice. 87%. That is as much as this is gonna grow. This is pretty much the same as when we started up there. So yeah, these were destined to fail from the beginning. A bit of a shame, but what can you do? But anyways, guys, I'm back home. It's a new day, by the way. I might sound a little different. I got my morning voice. I'm trying to get this episode out today, pretty much. But I got all the mud bricks and everything made, so we should be good to just go ahead and start building. It's going to be a small project again. This is B. Nope. C. All right. Next summer, we're going to get sugar grown, and we'll be able to make all the rum that we want, and we'll have sugar for the museum. It'll be good. Damn, all the trees grew already. Nuts. I feel like I just chopped those down. But we are going to go ahead and put the pit kiln thing set up over here. So I looked online what, pit kilns setups typically look like. And they're kind of just mounds like what we have here, pretty much, except, you would put your pottery down below and then cover it with mud, it seemed like. There wasn't really a whole lot of structure. It was literally just, your hole in the ground, you put your thatch and your wood and stuff, and that's about it. So, didn't really get a lot of help by looking this up online. But we're going to go ahead and try to make like a structure type of thing, and it's going to be super simple. So we got dolomite and shale mud bricks. Not a lot of dolomite. I used as much as I could spare from what we had in the stash, and I think it's enough. But these are pretty much like the same texture, I would say. The reason why I like the shale mud bricks is because they look like an almost extra crispy version of the dolomite mud bricks, and then the dolomite mud bricks, they already just look like some burnt up bricks. So I think these are going to be good. It might even be beneficial to mix up like a third type of brick color. Maybe something that isn't so crispy looking. So, maybe this one is like a new addition that we just added to the little structure, to give it some like freshness, like it's constantly being repaired or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So basically, this is super simple. 1, 2, 3. I think I just had something like this. We will have holes, beautiful holes over here, and this will be where we actually do our pit kilning and stuff. And these are the shale, right? So then every so often, we'll just sprinkle in some of the dolomite bricks. Yeah, because these ones are the extra crispy ones. We don't want it to be all super burnt on the sides, but the ones on the bottom here, these ones are going to all be the dolomite ones. No, the shale ones, because the shale ones are extra crispy. And then we're going to put up these extra bits here because we're going to chisel these away. So there's like, I guess, walls, something to hold it up, hold this little bit up that we're going to do next. And then on the back too, we're turning these into slab walls. So they're super thin, you know. And I like that these are mud bricks, because I guess typically you would make these out of mud. Trust me, I've seen a lot of primitive tech. I know exactly how this stuff goes down. So honestly, this is pretty much it. This is like as far as I got in terms of planning. I did do something kind of strange. I need to go get some hickory wood, and I'll show you. Damn, this looks plain. But, okay. The thing I did that I wanted to test out was this. And I don't think this would be very realistic wherever you put, you know, your raging fires to harden some clay. I don't think you would just put down some wooden shelves. It doesn't seem really practical or realistic, but we're gonna do it because I think this will be pretty helpful for us. So we could store all of our clay up here, maybe even some wood, because I think we can put, yeah, we could put wood on these shelves. So this is it. This is gonna be where we fire our clay. And speaking of which, I should probably get some to get going right now, because we need a whole bunch of spindles still. I got a whole bunch of wool clumps to process, but this is pretty much it, guys. It's nothing crazy, but it is a proper place for us to do our pit kilning. And I guess we could do some like aesthetic things too. So typically with TFC pit kilns, you use straw and you use logs. Now, whenever we do our big tree harvests, I always have like just a little extra, like how I have here. Not enough to do a full charcoal pit, but I do have some extra, and I figure we could start like lumping some over here. So whenever we need to do a pit kiln, we can just grab from this pile instead of having to go like the 100 blocks or so to the wood storage. I think that could be, or that would make sense. But we can just put some wood piles here as decoration too. I think that would be acceptable. And we'll still have some like wood stored up here, you know, just more easy access, quick grab type of thing. I would think. I think it would be more easier to grab wood from here. Or maybe we'll just do clay and thatch up here, because I don't really want to have like chests. And then one thing I kind of wanted to try, I've been saving some of this flint. Grab these. So we've made these before. They're from Better Storage, but we can use these as like charcoal. Again, I know this is mostly done with wood, or it is only done with wood in TerrafirmaCraft, but I imagine with a real pit kiln, you would use, or you could use charcoal. And I was thinking we could have decorative charcoal piles around here. So we could pretend that's charcoal. I think it could pass, maybe. Right? Yep, I think that's fine. I think... Should we push it up against the cliff right here? It just looks kind of weird how close it is. But from here, it's kind of cool. I don't know. Let's take that out. I think... No, I think this is okay. And I want to get a lantern. We'll bring a lantern and we'll go get some thatch. I'm like almost completely out of thatch. I don't want to grab any from the museum, because I want to save that just for museum stuff. But my personal supply of thatch is completely gone. So I'm going to have to harvest a bit of that. Let me go do that, in fact, and put down just a couple things to make this look a little better. Alright, guys. I gotta say, this looks really wonky. There's just like clay balls and weird thick stacks of straw. It's super strange, but functionally, I think this is going to be really good. So what I've done here, well, I barely did any decorating. I just put down some thatch blocks and a lantern. That's probably as much as we're going to be able to do. I was thinking of doing like an overhang type of thing, but I think that's really unrealistic. Because again, I looked up how pit kilns typically look, and they're just mounds. There's nothing, you don't make a pretty pit kiln, you know, they're in the ground, they're temporary, you just make a new one whenever you do it again. So this isn't super realistic, it's more functional, I would say. But one thing I did, which I think is kind of cool, is all of these clay balls are stacked in bits of, 20? And I did that because every time you make something in TerrafirmaCraft that requires clay, it consumes 5 pieces of clay. So each one of these holes can fit 4 different things in them. So by doing that, you know, assuming I don't mess up anywhere, this will, or each one of these stacks of 20 will give us a perfect pit kiln supply, you know, something to smelt. I thought that was pretty smart. So we'll go ahead and do like a little batch here. Hey, get in there. And over here is just like our leftover bits. And oh yeah, again too, the reason why, I don't know if I said this, the reason why this is set up in this configuration is because if we filled up all these holes with things that need to get fired, we could just throw, oh, I should have brought torches. We could just throw 1 torch right here on the pit kiln, and it'll light up all of them just because they're diagonal and like touching each other. So just more efficient if you do it like this, I would say. But what I want to do here is, yeah, there we go. I want to make a large vessel. Now, I don't really find these that useful. We'll just put that in there. I personally don't find these that useful. I think it's better to just use a barrel because you can put barrels on your back. They have more inventory space, but early game, these are pretty helpful, and I do think these look pretty cool, so we'll go ahead and fire a few of those. Not a whole lot, though, and we'll probably just stick them around here as decoration once they're fired and everything. Alright, and now that all of these, well, most of them are full, we'll go ahead and fill them up with straw. Oh, that's perfect. There's 8 holes, so typically you would use a whole stack. Each one of these is a full stack of straw. That's awesome. I did not plan for that, but I'm glad it worked out that way. So we're going to need probably three of these. Just got some hickory logs here because we have so much of it. There's no reason for us to be conservative with any of our wood now. We just got tons of the stuff. And it's so easy to get more. Like, we're set. We're just coasting at this point. Like, we're doing basic fun projects in TerrafirmaCraft at this point. But yeah, those are all filled. Let's go ahead and grab a torch. I luckily have some here for whenever I start these fires. Go ahead and just toss it right there. And it should light all of them, I would hope. And then we can see too if these are going to catch on fire. I don't think they will. And I don't think that straw back there will catch on fire either. But yeah, this is it. This is our pit kiln setup. I think it's pretty cool. I will say this pile of what's it called? Charcoal here, and I'm not really digging these flint blocks. I think I'm going to take them out. Mostly just wanted to try them. These do look really messy here. I'm not sure if we'll keep those. You guys, I don't know. If you have an opinion on them, let me know. I'll sit on them for a while just to see if I like it, but I have a feeling we'll just go ahead and take most of this out. It doesn't look like anything's burning, so I think we're fine. This setup is going to work for us. I think it's good. I like it. Very functional. But anyways, guys, that is going to have to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Sorry that I haven't been like streaming or anything as much. I've had like the weirdest schedule where I just don't have enough free time in like a consistent chunk or anything for me to sit down and stream. I've barely had enough time to record. So yeah, I've made 0 progress with the museum, but I'm going to try to focus on that in between episodes. It might be a little tricky because I'm starting up the new Pixelmon stuff soon, so we'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more TerrafirmaCraft, and follow me on Twitch and join the Discord if you want to hang out there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.